very expensive genocide that Israel is waging in Gaza. That apparently we're going to have to throw people off of Medicaid to pay for that. But let's roll through some of the other exchanges, and then we can unpack each. Let's roll C2 here.
You've previously said you've vaccinated your children. Just because I think this is a helpful answer, and this isn't a gotcha, I promise. If you had a child today, would you vaccinate that child for measles?
For measles, probably for measles. What I would say is my opinions about vaccines are irrelevant. I have directed Jay Bhattacharya.
Sure. No, like I said, I don't want to.
So that everybody can make that decision. But I don't want to seem like I'm being evasive.
Yeah.
But I don't think people should be taking medical advice from me.
Right. No, I got that. And I'm not asking you to give them medical advice, but would you vaccinate your child for measles?
If I answer that question directly, that it will seem like I'm giving advice to other people, and I don't want to be doing that. I want people to make.
But that's kind of your jurisdiction because CDC does give advice, right? I'm not trying to do it as a gotcha. It's just kind of.
I mean, I appreciate Pocan saying, I don't mean this as a gotcha, but isn't that actually your job? Like he's the Secretary of HHS. We have more than 1,000 cases of measles so far in 2025. So I guess it's nice that he's saying he'll lean towards getting measles. I don't know. What do you think?
Well, I think Pocan was trying to sort of disarm him to get a better answer. And I think it actually was successful. He said, measles probably. But I think for most of the country, what RFK Jr. is saying there is people should listen to Dr. Jay Bhattacharya for medical advice, head of the NIH, and not him. But for, I think, most of the country, hearing the head of Health and Human Services say, I don't think you should take medical advice from me. He meant it in this narrow way where he's like, don't,
he's not a doctor.
Talk to my doctor. Yeah, talk to my doctor at NIH. Like he will give you the right vaccine advice. I'm just the guy who's the head of the organization. But that's also sort of like, how can you lead the organization without being somebody who has valuable advice on medical questions? That's a very legitimate question. So I thought Pocan maybe by saying it's interesting too, because there again you have a little leftist on leftist action, at least historical leftist in RFK Jr.'s case, maybe not right now, but it was almost like he was trying to break through and have a real conversation, which is rare in such hearings.
And he got asked by Chris Murphy over on the Senate side for advice on where to swim. Let's roll this one.
I don't necessarily want to spend the remaining 20 seconds in an argument over the science, but do you at least understand that that's the consequence of what you're saying? And are you actually still recommending people get the vaccine, or are you not?
Senator, if I advised you to swim in a lake that I knew there to be alligators in, wouldn't you want me to tell you there were alligators in it?
So are you recommending the measles vaccine or not?
What I've said and what I said
It doesn't sound like you are.
Are you going to let me answer? Are you going to keep interrupting?
Are you not?
Are you going to let me answer? What I pledged before this committee during my confirmation is that I would tell the truth, that I would have radical transparency. I'm going to tell the truth about everything we know and we don't know about vaccines.
Are you recommending the measles vaccine or not?
I am not going to just tell people everything is safe and effective if I know that there's issues. I need to respect people's intelligence.
I think you're answering the question. The reason that's really dangerous for the American public and for families.
The swimming analogy, of course, brought up, we can put up C4. Those of us who live in Washington saw this and were like, whoa, dude, are you all right? Like that is Rock Creek, which is...
It's actually technically, so did you see the corrections
here?
No.
It's
technically it's in Dumbarton Oaks, so in Georgetown, and it's a tributary of Rock Creek.
Oh, I know
so
that.
It's
I know that stream. I've taken my kids down there, and we'll let them put their feet in there sometimes, but dunking your head all the way in?
Of course.
This is running right through the city. Oh, yikes.
That's gross. It's gross. That the odds are good that that was loaded up with all kinds of nasty stuff, but
not alligators, but not necessarily stuff you want.
Yeah, I did see a good comment from somebody random on I don't know if it was X or YouTube or whatever, someone being like, it's interesting that we are outraged by him. We're more outraged by RFK Jr. swimming in it than we are about the fact that this beautiful public space is so polluted that you can't dip your
Yeah,
toes
agree.
into it. And I was like, that is a fantastic point.
I agree with that. Yeah, we should definitely work to clean it up as much as possible. The little creeks and tributaries in DCR are getting much cleaner than they were back in the 80s and 90s. So maybe we can thank RFK Jr. and his movement for a little
Maybe
bit
we'll
of that.
do
They're
a live
still not
show
where you'd want to
from-
dunk your head in there.
We should do a live show from Rock Creek itself.
That particular
Get a
tributary
Starlink.
is gorgeous. Like there's a little park, and it's kind of a secret place you get to from this park. It's really nice. Sometimes you'll see people with tents down there, and you're like, yes, you found this. You found the spot. Like rather than like putting your tent up in like DuPont Circle, where you're going to get harassed and robbed, and the cops are going to drag you out of there. Like that's a much better looking spot. What can we? Is there anything? What can we say about RFK Jr. here to give him the benefit of the doubt here? I think measles. I think there's a reason that Democrats are focusing on measles because it's one of the most clear-cut ones. That it is not vaccinating for measles can be fatal to your child, to your baby, and the vaccination for measles has resulted in very positive public health outcomes, so whereas with some other, particularly the COVID vaccine, much more controversial, much less data on it, much less effectiveness. So they're sticking to measles, it seems like, for reasons of not just conscience, but political salience. I mean, how is the kind of the anti-vaccine or vaccine skeptical right handling this particular measles outbreak?
Well, I think everyone is, and when I say everyone, I mean exactly in that group you just identified, the kind of Maha corner of MAGA world remains firmly in the RFK Jr. camp, because once the trust is gone, the trust doesn't come back for most people. I mean, you can say over and over again, and you can try to have Chris Murphy over and over again dunk on Robert F. Kennedy Jr., but most people are then going to just say, okay, so you're telling me that it's either RFK Jr. or your relationship with pharma and the industry. So which one? I mean, I'm going to trust the person that's questioning it rather than the person who's demanding, fealty to it, or at least appears to be demanding fealty to it. So I don't think this changes anything at all in Maha world. I do agree with you that that's why measles feels like an immediate, urgent, tangible thing that makes it useful politically for them to latch onto, and it's substance as well. So I get that. I think it's also interesting to roll the next clip that we have. Because I think this is going to get difficult for RFK Jr. So let's go ahead and roll the next element.
The other thing that really troubles me, sir, is LIHEAP. It is a program specifically to address the needs of low-income and minority families as it relates to heating and even air conditioning. Why? And what is your rationale for eliminating that program specifically? Why?
I'm very committed to LIHEAP. My brother ran a low.
I don't care about your past. I care about your functioning in this department, in this administration right now in response to this question.
My time has expired.
Oh, well then so has your legitimacy. I yield back.
I've never seen a witness, I don't think, call his own time. Like it's the person asking the question that runs out of time. It's not the witness. That was hilarious. Like, oh, I'm sorry, I'm out of time. Would love to answer this, but I'm out of time. I'm out of time. And the road he started going down on was bizarre to me, because so the background here is that they cut every single staffer out of HHS, every single one that manages the LIHEAP program. LIHEAP subsidizes energy costs for low-income people around the country in coordination with the states. Extremely popular program, and if you cut it, you would have people freezing and baking.